This backyard in Allawa, the scene of a shocking tragedy, with a man allegedly stabbed to death by his partner on Friday night.
As a consequence of that assault, Northern Territory Police charged a 31-year-old female with murder overnight.
The alleged offender, Maria Jimmy, remains in custody, also charged with the alleged stabbing of another 51-year-old woman who's now in a stable condition. Ms Jimmy and her late partner both hailed from a remote Victoria River region community.
So that remote community now has lost a mother who's currently in custody. A father is now deceased. That community now has to deal with that trauma. That family needs to deal with the ongoing cultural responsibilities that come from this, all preventable, all unnecessary.
The man was killed in the electorate of independent MLA Justine Davis.
I feel despairing really about the amount of violence that we're seeing in our community and about the lack of effective response to it.
A string of violent attacks across the territory in just over 48 hours, including an alleged stabbing attack in Beswick and a man run down with a vehicle in Alice Springs, has left police at their wits' end.
The level of violence perpetrated on victims of domestic violence over the weekend for the Northern Territory Police and the Northern Territory community was unprecedented. The amount of trauma that's been subjected to victims of domestic violence is it's not acceptable. It cannot be acceptable. The community must be outraged by what's occurring at the moment.
I do think that there's a lack of outrage. I think we're becoming more and more complacent. This isn't normal. This shouldn't be happening. People should not be dying as a result of domestic and family violence.
Anti-violence advocates also calling for Australia to wake up to what's happening in the Territory.
I do feel like the Northern Territory is out of sight, out of mind. I think the seriousness, our stats are higher than anywhere else in Australia.
So far this year, there's been 3 alleged domestic violence murders in the Northern Territory, and it's only March. Matt Garrick, ABC News.